everyone. Alice Brown, Lady V here. We are bringing you our Tuesday update. If you remember, we said we were going to change things up to Tuesdays and Fridays. So this is our Tuesday update, and we are going to talk today about the last show that we just did.
Show season is over with.
Show season's over, yes. Thank you. I'm still reeling. I need a couple more days of rest.
I know, my morning coffee just didn't even touch me this morning.
No, it did not me either. However, we are happy to announce that the last show of the season rocked. We loved that show. So much so that we are already signed up, paid for, ready to go for next year, because I made sure I did that before we ever even walked out the door. So
this was an amazing show.
It really was.
It was great. In between sales, interactions with other vendors, interactions with consumers, everything was great. I had nothing really to complain about.
No, it was a fantastic show from start to finish. The people that put on this show really do a top-notch professional job. And I made sure I mentioned that when I turned in the paperwork. I said, you guys are just top-notch.
Yeah. They did excellent in the orchestrating and
all the organization that goes into setting up a show, especially of that size, because it was the biggest show we've ever done.
Well, even setup day, they did great on trafficking cars in and out so people could drive in, unload their stuff, and drive back out as the other one was coming in. And they even did that Sunday night after the show ended. It took a little longer because they had to get the carpet up and everything, but still, for your big vendors who had to,
who really needed to get their
really
car
needed
in
to
there.
drive in, they did a great job. We thankfully we just took the hand cart and the little wagon that we use, and we just trucked it all out.
I was gonna say, we actually thankfully we borrowed a wagon from Lady V's fiance because our hand cart gave out completely.
Yeah, so it was actually just two wagons.
As soon as we just barely got things in to the booth, and it just completely crapped out on us. And so it got thrown in the dumpster. That's something I got to look at replacing.
First thing on the New Year's.
Yeah. But we had two wagons, and that did it. I mean, we were out of there in 3 or 4 trips.
Yeah.
Those two, and we had everything packed up.
It was pretty good.
Good to go. So it was a fantastic show. To anybody who's watching that met us out there, thank you so much for helping us make the show season end on a very, very good note.
Yes, it was terrific.
So, we thought we would share with you some of the things that we found because we did a little bit of shopping ourselves.
When do we go to that show and not shop?
We don't. It's just there's such a huge variety of anything and everything. They had a lot of Christmas decorations there, but there was a lot of practical stuff. There was 3 or 4 vendors selling dog treats and cat and dog toys and name it. And most of the treats were homemade.
Does anybody remember me stating a while back in one of the videos that we were done with pet shopping?
No.
I thought I was done.
No.
I went more shopping. The pets are going to have 90% of underneath the tree this year.
That's fine. There are babies. So Mr. Brown found one of the first items that was purchased, and he found some tea that has the honey in it. Let me see if I can. There we go. And this is from True Honey Teas. They're out of Virginia. And
not very far.
No, this was peppermint. And like I said, the honey is already in. This one's open. Let me see if. No, because he got into it the other night. So
yeah,
what
he
is
did
this?
one with a bit of peppermint schnapps in it. Oh my goodness, it was so good.
So your tea bag is much larger. See if I can.
It should come through.
Okay, but it's because you've got the honey in there too.
Yeah, because they've already got the honey. The honey is like in a crystallized form.
So it smells good,
Great.
right?
And he did it with peppermint schnapps the other night, and I took a sip of it. Oh my goodness, that was so smooth.
Wow. Nice and sweet.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And then he also picked up the same thing. It's got the honey already in it in Earl Grey.
I don't think I've ever had Earl Grey, so that'll be interesting to try. I know it's a more bitter tea.
Yeah. Combined with the honey, though, that'll be an interesting.
Yeah.
See how it turns out.
To trying it.
Yeah. Okay. Why don't you show one of the things you purchased?
So one of the things that Alice and I both did was rings. We both found a company that was selling rings. They use surgical steel for their rings, and I've got one on now that I've. Whoops. Beautiful design. And then you want to go ahead and I'll show yours.
Yeah.
And then we got this one to share because we saw this, and of course, kitties. We had to check it out. Come on, there we go. The guy who designed this ring, he gave us the story that when his cats first met each other, they kind of did that like kissing scene where their noses were touching, and he ended up being able to snap a picture and then designed a ring out of it, which I thought was brilliant. It is beautiful. So we decided to get that.
One of the things that I loved about this company is they stand behind the work 110%.
Yes, if the ring was broken or you needed it upsized, downsized, they give you a blue sheet of their guarantee warranty, and you just take a picture and send it to them and then mail it, and they will fix it for you. Their company is called The Ring Lady, which I'm going to leave everybody who we show here linked down below so you can go check out their websites. If they don't have a website, they'll have a Facebook or Etsy site, I'm sure. So definitely go check these people out. They have wonderful, wonderful work.
Yes. Yeah, I was very, very impressed with a lot of the merchandise that was being sold at the show. It really
high
was.
quality.
Very good quality.
There was a lot of very unique gifts.
Very much so.
I had to reel myself in actually at one point because I'm like, okay, I'm spending a little much. I'm not going to make much profit here.
So, as many of you know, we have two
Kittens.
Kittens.
Well, I mean, they're not kittens anymore.
Yeah, they're actually
I still call them
at this
kittens.
point. They're still our babies. And then a couple weeks ago, a 10-year-old mature cat showed up on our doorstep, hungry and
We're
in
now
bad
opening
shape.
the Cat Haven retirement
home. So when I saw this, I had to get it. And it's a little flag that goes out in the front yard. And it says, all guests must be approved by the cat Meow.
I love that. That's too cute.
So as soon as my Christmas one comes down, because I've got a Christmas one out there right now, as soon as that comes down out of the holidays, this one is going up. So,
and then speaking of pets, I don't have any of the items here because they are, Christmas goodies, and I don't want anybody getting on top of the table. But I bought several jerky strips for Shadow, and it's a husband and wife company, which I'll show you the card in just a minute. It's a husband and wife company, and the wife makes a lot of all-natural homemade salves for the dog. One was for healing, if it had an injury or like bad dandruff, or not dandruff, itchy skin. But the one that I picked up was a little tin jar for their paws, because the bottom of their paws tends to get really cracked and dry, especially the older they get. And it's designed to where either you could scoop it out and massage it on, or you could just take the dog's paw and rub it inside the container. So here's their card, which again, I'm going to link everybody down below. It's called Pet Once, which is fresh, local, and delivered. They are based out of Raleigh, North Carolina. And again, it's a husband and wife team. I only met the husband at the show. I would have loved to have met the wife, but I think she was home making extra supplies because they were getting depleted quick. And I was very happy for that. They also had these that I picked up several of for the cats. They're little, I forget the exact name for these, but they're like Chinese or Japanese version of catnip that comes in a stick form. And so you just get these and they chew on them. And my cats absolutely adore these.
Yes.
Guardian loves to chew on stuff, especially anything that's rubber or plastic, and this has been his new best friend.
But I've even seen Dusty, the new cat, the elderly cat, trying to play with it and mess with it. And she really doesn't play with toys. She has not played with toys hardly at all since she got here. And so I was very happy to see that she was taking a liking to one of those sticks.
Yes.
We might have to order some more of those for their stocking.
Yeah. Well, I've got another set.
Oh, okay.
I bought like 4 or 5, and I've got another set for the stocking.
Good.
So yeah, the pets, they got bought more for as per usual. Now, the last one, do you have anything else to show?
Well, yeah. Well, what we're going to show at the very end.
Oh, the very end. Okay, so the last one to show as of right now, I found this vendor as I was walking around the second day, so I'm going to link the second video of the show so you can see his display. But it was an artist who does these gothic, macabre designs, and I fell in
oil
love.
painting, right?
The originals are oil paintings, yes. Look at that. That is beautiful. I saw his work and I just about fell over because I thought that this was gorgeous. And it's somebody who loves Edgar Allan Poe and Vlad Tepes. You know, the darker the better for me. And this definitely was it. He does, so this is just the print, by the way. There's a piece of styrofoam behind it. So this is the print. And each painting or picture has a statement that goes with it. Okay? So I don't think I can get this in view very well because of the size of this. So we're going to go ahead and read it out. And it's called A Moment in Time by Doug Hobbs. You know that moment, it lasts for a fraction of a second. You don't remember the thousands of hours before or after. You just remember that fraction of a second in time. That moment when you first saw your significant other. That moment when you first laid eyes on your newborn. That moment when you felt the game slip away from you. You just remember that fraction of a second. And I fell in love with the picture, and then the saying behind it was even better.
Yeah.
So this is the creator of the business called Shadow Myths, and again, I'm going to link all of his stuff down below. He has beautiful, beautiful work. He does a lot of oracle cards, spell cards, D&D cards.
Yeah. He does a lot of he goes to a lot of tattoo shows and things.
Yes.
Like we had a really good conversation with him Sunday morning before everything opened up, and a really nice guy.
His wife as well owns a business for dog treats, who I will be ordering from. She makes her own homemade jerky strips, which is straight chicken, turkey, and beef. And then they also have sweet potato, but my dog never eats sweet potato. I keep trying, but he doesn't. So I will also link her business down below. She was not there at this show because she had her own thing going on, but it was really nice to get to talk to other vendors, support them, just interact with them. I really, really enjoyed it.
Well, something else that I saw that most of them gave a vendor discount, which I was very, very happy to see. Vendors supporting vendors really needs to be. The fudge people were another one. They had some amazing fudge. Oh, my Lord.
You guys remember that one? That one's in the video, too.
Yes.
Where I said that my hips were going to keep getting wider that weekend.
Yeah, mine already have, I know.
I didn't even bother stepping on the scale coming home.
No, the fudge was just phenomenal. But probably some of the best fudge I have ever had. It was that good. It was really, really good. So the last one, we're actually going to show you the picture at the very end because it's an ornament that is on our Christmas tree right now. But we actually went to this show several years ago to shop and picked up some ornaments for our fur babies that are now deceased, Harley and White Star. There were two brothers that we had. I think Harley had already deceased at that point.
Harley
we still had White
Star.
But we picked up little ornaments, and they
say cat on them, and then you put your picture of a cat right in the middle of the
their names are on it too. They
write the name.
Yeah, they write the name and some kind of a marker, type thing. And then you put a picture of your animal on there, and I think ours can be sat down, if I'm not mistaken, or hung up on the tree. I've got them hung up on the tree. But so this year, when we found them, Lady V made sure we got one for Shadow, because we had not gotten one for Shadow, and also for Mariposa and Guardian, but she picked up a very special ornament that is on the tree, and I absolutely love. She found an ornament of a laptop and had them put on their authors Alice Brown and Lady V, which I just absolutely adore. So the picture for that ornament will be at the end of this video.
Yep, I had wanted to find something that represented us and what we do to put on the tree this year.
And that is a fantastic, you couldn't have picked something better. That is excellent. So that kind of wraps up today's video. We are looking forward to a month of pretty much downtime, spending it with family as of... matter of fact, tonight we have plans for a family card game, and pizza and a glass of wine just to relax. And we're kind of celebrating a fairly successful year, being that, things are what they are. We didn't hit our goal of where we wanted to, but overall, I have no complaints. We put forth a really good effort, and we've gotten back quite a bit. And so I really appreciate each and every one of you who has helped get us up off the ground. And that was what this year was all about, is just getting us up off the ground and letting people know we exist and our books exist.
I think we did great.
Mr. Brown is currently out in the garage and working on his woodworking, which we will be debuting here within probably, I think cats are doing something back there. Anyway, we'll be debuting his work probably within the next month or two, once he gets a few pieces done. It's very difficult this time of the year here in North Carolina because in order to do the staining and then the shellacking, the weather has to be a certain temperature, and we don't get that many days. With the closer to 70 degrees you can get, the better off you are for that stuff. So we do have a couple days coming up. Thank goodness. I think Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are going to be in that range.
Yep.
So he's out there doing some wood work, some wood burning now to get the pictures ready so that when it warms up, he'll have several that he can go through and stain, and then the next day go through and do the shellacking on. So he's busy doing that. We are
Tomorrow
hoping
we're going to be getting into Ivermectin.
Yes, I am hoping that that book needs to get finished. I am itching to do two different stories. There is a Christmas anthology that is scheduled to come out next year. I've already got one of those stories done. There's going to be 3 stories in there, and I'm itching to get into that second story. It's been started, hasn't gotten too far, and I just haven't had the time to delve into it. So I really, while we're in the Christmas season, I want to get into that one. But then Monster Mob, which will be coming out next year also, I'm really interested in getting into that one. And that one's probably about, maybe about a third of the way done or so, I'd say, somewhere in that neighborhood. So we're itching to get back to that one too, but we need to get Ivermectin off our plates and get that one done and in the publishing side of things so that we can continue writing in these new stories.
Yes.
So hopefully we will have time to do that now that show season's over with and we've got some time on our hands to sit back and relax and contemplate what all we want to do next year. And because we are already looking at setting up shows. As a matter of fact, I got the devastating news that one of the big shows that we wanted to do next year, more than likely I'm not going to be getting into because it's already full. And I'm like, wow.
Which, I mean, the person who gave us the info of it thankfully gave us an insight that when you deal with big shows like that and that certain genre of shows, that if you don't sign up within the first week to 2 weeks after the show ends, you're not going to get in.
So that was good news, and we know what we need to do for next year to get ready for the following year. But I've already found another show that, as far as I know, they're not booked. And it's a week later. So we're still in the same, time frame there, and it won't be as big. But, we've got a lot.
Excuse me, still recovering from show this weekend.
We've got a lot coming down the pipes for next year. We've got a very heavy schedule for next year because we have 5 books next year that we want to get published.
Go check out the show, or not the show's page, the page of Progress of Writing, and you will see the books listed to come out in 2022.
Yeah, we've got the, we'll have Ivermectin coming out in January, and then book 4 of Dragons of Dragonos, Remethist, is scheduled to come out. And then we have 2 brand new series that will be coming out. Monster Mob is one, and then Paranormal Brady Bunch is another. That will be coming out closer to the end of the year because it's got some Christmas in it. It's kind of based at Christmas time, so I'll probably wait until towards the end of the year to publish that. And then the Christmas Anthology. So that's 5 books. 2 of those books are completely written from scratch, and the Christmas Anthology,
the third story
is written from scratch. So that's a lot. That takes a lot more time than just sitting down and going through something that's already written and adding to it and, flushing the story out. So that's going to be a lot, on our plate. We also have new designs coming out for our mugs.
Yep.
We have another something. I'm not really willing to give it away yet because I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I'm going to be bringing it in and working with it to try for new merchandise. If it does, it'll be coming in full force.
In regards to the new merchandise, we do have 3 new mug designs, so please go check out the website for those. We have Fur Friends Forever, My Kids Have Paws, and a Wolf Family mug with a nice
wraparound that just
design
turned
of
out
wolves.
beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So yes, those are all brand new, just out. Mr. Brown is working hot and heavy with his woodworking stuff. So we've got a busy
We have
year,
a
and then
lot.
we've got the show season that we'll be dealing with too. So next year
I'm
is
already
going
tired.
to prove to be very, very, hit the ground running, and yeah. But it is what it is. That's what
It
we
is.
want, and we'll see how it goes.
So, until next time, be sure to go check out our website for our newest release in mugs and the fact that Ivor Mantis will be coming out next month in January. Actually, no, sorry, we're still in November, aren't we? Today's the 30th. Yes, today's the 30th.
Yes,
Sorry.
tomorrow will be the first.
So,
yeah.
in January, I can't even keep up
Yeah,
with
it'll
what date
probably
it
be
is.
closer to the middle of January because we have gotten running behind on things. So I'm kind of postponing the release of that until about the middle of January, but it's still
all
coming.
the companies that we bought from at the show are going to be listed down below in the description. They will also be put on our page of small businesses we support. So please, if you are still Christmas shopping, go check out some of those for some Christmas.
Yeah, because they're all
Support-
small businesses. Most of them are individually owned. We need to try to support one
We
another.
do. So please go check them out. And until next time, have a great day.
Have a great day.